We all know what happened during COVID. So March 2020, around now, back then, we were delivering the same thing. We were doing an Excel program. We had young people involved up and down the country. And suddenly COVID hit, and like everybody else, all of our services were shut down. And for us, that was very difficult because we are very much a non-socially distanced charity. It's all about getting young people into coaches, getting them to slopes, getting them into classrooms, getting close, understanding what they're all about, helping them learn, helping them grow. So we couldn't do any of those programs immediately, and it became quite clear quite quickly that was going to be not a short thing as the sort of impact of COVID spread. So we did a lot of online stuff quite quickly with young people, and we, like everybody, we learned to use Zoom, and we pulled people together, and we did a lot of stuff with young people to try to help them kind of stay in touch with the charity. But what became clear very quickly was that the biggest need they had was to talk to somebody. We had a lot of young people that were locked down in situations that were quite dangerous. They'd been on the street for many years, and suddenly they were back in this flat with, a lot of brothers and sisters, difficult situation perhaps at home with parents, and it was a bit of a cauldron, and we were getting a lot of calls from our young people saying, I need to talk to somebody. I've got to get out of this. This is a really bad situation for me. And threatening to do worse. So we just felt, okay, we're a youth charity. Yeah, we're a snow sports youth charity, but we don't want to shut our doors at this point. We need to think of something that can help. We can't run snow camp. What can we do? We've got some talented staff here, passionate team. What can we do? We didn't want to furlough anybody. We didn't want to take that route. That to me was just a shutting of the doors the first time a youth crisis came along. So that wasn't an option. Let's do something useful. So with this knowledge that young people were struggling in this way, we started to recruit counsellors to help talk to them. And very quickly, those counsellors were, the demand was huge. They were, it was an unprecedented level of demand quite quickly. And so we thought, well, we better recruit a few more. And then slowly we realised that A, COVID wasn't going away, and B, young people were using this service really, regularly, and it was helping them. So we had a chat with some of our funders at the time and said, look, we can't spend the money that you've given us for Snow Camp for this year, but we have got an idea for a new project that we think will really help thousands of young people at this particular moment. Are you happy for us to transfer the funds over to launch this new Stop.Breathe.Think idea? And, wonderfully, every one of them said, absolutely, do it. I mean, they were struggling to kind of, make an impact themselves. They wanted us to do the best we could. So we reallocated some funding from Snow Camp over to Stop.Breathe.Think, the seed funding to start the process. We set up a website, we hired a load more counsellors, got some staff behind it that needed to be in place to run it properly. And the service was officially launched by October of 2020, having tested it and developed the website. And essentially it enables young people to just go on the website and click a button that says, I want to talk to somebody if they need to. No referrals, no need to go to a doctor, no visiting a hospital, just click a button saying you want to talk to somebody. You have an intake session on your phone, on Zoom, Skype, whatever you want to do. And that intake counsellor will listen to your situation and say, right, I know the counsellor that's best for you. We have counsellors across the country with different skills. They might be good at anxiety, self-harm, depression, suicidal thoughts, anger, who knows? But they've all got different skills. The job of the intake counsellor is to match up that young person's needs to a specific counsellor anywhere in the country. And they can be up in Blackpool and the young person can be down in Newquay, it doesn't matter. The point is Zoom makes it all possible very quickly. And then they start 6 sessions of counselling with that official counsellor. And that counsellor's job is to take the young person through, giving them coping strategies, listening to their problems, helping them reframe what's going on around them, and giving them the skills to cope in their lives and a more positive outlook for the future. Quickly though, we're trying to do it within 6 sessions with drop-in sessions in between. So it's an intensive 6-session counselling service that you can get no waiting lists. Now, so the idea was you don't want to wait 9 months to get onto the NHS, and by that point you're in a very, very bad situation. You've expressed you need to talk to somebody. We want to help quickly, turn things around, give you some tools to solve the problem, and send you on your way positively, leading a constructive life, hopefully. And that was the idea from Stop.Breathe.Think, that we could do that and that we could scale it quite quickly. And so that's been the process ever since, just setting it all up, recruiting the counsellors, and making sure that as many young people as possible can benefit from it. And the next challenge, of course, is how to scale it and take it across the country and raise the funds to support it going forward. Something that Delancey have always been interested in is the mental health aspect of what we do. So even with Snow Camp, as I say, we have wellbeing managers. They're all about helping the young people with their mental health as they come through Snow Camp programs. So Jamie was always interested in that part, even more than the skiing, I think. But when it comes to Stop.Breathe.Think, what we're trying to do is find ways to easily allow companies, youth projects, charities, other organisations, anyone that's got any young people that they want to support, giving them the tools to do that quickly and easily. And the Stop.Breathe.Think programme is very easy for a company to support because the funds can be immediately earmarked to an area, like Elephant and Castle in this case. We design the posters, we create a QR code link, the young person sees the poster, it says, do you want to talk to somebody? You click the QR code, it's straight through to Delancey's section of our Stop.Breathe.Think website, and those young people are then tracked as they go through the system, receive their counselling and hopefully get help. And it can be very easily managed to show this many young people that you've helped in Elephant and Castle, and these are the issues they were dealing with, and this is the outcomes at the end of it through our IAPTA system, which tracks everything young people in and out the other end. So for a company, it's fantastic because they can very quickly say we are supporting young people's mental health in this area where we're working. And, it's super easy to set up. No recruiting, no need for them to find any counsellors. We've got all that set up. They're all qualified, they're all safeguarded, they're all professional. Everything's ready to go. You just need to set up a separate poster for that area with the QR code and they can enter the system that way. So, yeah, Delancey have funded a pilot project in Elephant and Castle, and they're also wanting to fund a pilot in King's Cross next. And it's the sort of thing that, it's brilliant for us. If we can show how well that works and how easy it is for a company to do that, then what you want is obviously other companies up and down the country saying, well, we could do that in Bath, or we could do that in, Blackpool, or wherever you might be, and you want to help. Very quickly, we can give you the poster, give you the QR code, and you can start helping young people in your area, and we can feed back all that impact to you really easily. So, yeah, it's been great to have their backing because you need someone to do the first one, and they're doing the first pilot of us targeting a small area in London like this. So we'll see how it goes. Our partnership with Delancey is really important for the charity. It's been incredibly beneficial for us in so many ways over many, many years. And it's based on genuine relationships between Snow Camp staff and the staff and Jamie at Delancey. And we're really grateful for that because, like I said, you do need big friends if you're going to run a niche snow sports charity like Snow Camp, or if you're going to launch a new mental health program like Stop.Breathe.Think. And in both of those situations, they've been hugely supportive. They continue to try to find new opportunities for us, introducing us to other people and giving the programs all the support they possibly can. And we're very grateful for that. And we hope the partnership continues to grow.